First, a visitor from another planet stars in Mac and Me.
Paging Ronald McDonald.
Listen, I've got to go now.
Then Charles Bronson stars in Murphy's Law. It all starts at 8, 7 Central.
The following film has been rated PG by the motion picture industry's rating system. Parents may consider that some of the program content may be unsuitable for children. Parental guidance is therefore suggested.
Coming up next on Showtime, passion, jealousy, and murder. Placido Domingo heads the cast in a stunning film version of Verdi's classic opera, directed by Franco Zeffirelli. Katia Ricciarelli and Justino Diaz co-star in Otello, a Showtime exclusive, next.
You could dance. See, it all started with the personals. There was this ad, Susan, desperately seeking Susan.
Susan, I've been looking for you for weeks.
Susan, where have you been? All over.
Susan! What are you doing here?
Madonna.
Who's going, stranger?
Rosanna Arquette.
Susan.
Desperately Seeking Susan on Showtime. Friday.
Hey, the boys have been discovered. Says here, the boys the type of warm, snappy, insightful comedy Neil Simon writes brilliantly. Well, thank you. It's characters have character. These guys play off each other as if they really have been playing poker for 30 years. Here you go, a strong cast of old pros, easygoing humor and heart. And this is my favorite. The Boys is a club to which you'll feel lucky to be admitted. I gotta go tell them, the boys that is. Part of Friday Comedy Night, exclusively on Showtime.
On the next episode, a despondent Gary Shandling meets his greatest television challenge.
This is the show where I become a big brother.
See a whole new side of Gary, and you'll never look at him the same again.
I have a jacket like this, but I didn't wear it because it doesn't fit.
Come to think of it, you'll never look at a sight gag the same again either.
Look at how everything from up here looks like a toy.
It's all on the next It's Gary Shandling Show on Showtime.
Friday.
Here we go.
On the next Tasteful Show.
This is real tasty.
See some pet tricks, Super Dave style.
How many of you watch the David Letterman show?
Then...
Take it away, Mike Walden.
Super Dave will answer your many requests.
I think you're going to go crazy.
And special guest Simba will be there too.
Can you see that, Heinlein?
Super Dave's a Showtime exclusive.
Friday.
The first time Harry met Sally, Harry tried to make a good impression.
I'll roll down the window.
The second time Harry met Sally, Harry got sentimental.
Did you look this good at the University of Chicago?
No.
Did we ever...
No.
The third time Harry met Sally, they became close enough to share intimate secrets.
That's it? A faceless guy rips off your clothes, and that's the sex fantasy you've been having since you were 12. Exactly the same.
Well, sometimes I varied it a little.
Which part?
What I'm wearing.
Pretty much want to nail him, too.
When he meets Sally and they start talking about things, he saw that a woman is a person who could be a friend. And I think that's ultimately makes them grow up, saying, hey, this is great.
Would you like to have dinner with me sometime?
Are we becoming friends now?
Well, yeah.
It really is the first time Harry is in love, and I think that's what scares the hell out of him. What is it about this woman over 12 years that he keeps wanting to come back to her?
Really, the story is that these people are wildly in love with each other from the moment they meet. It just takes them 11 years to recognize that fact, so.
Well, I don't really feel much like walking anymore. I think I'll get a cab.
I'll go with you.
Great. Taxi!
This is a movie about the late blooming of Harry and Sally. I think it's the time it takes, the dance that men and women go through, till they're able to say, let's go for it.
If they ask me, I could write a book about the way you
I think when they finally do both figure out who they are, then they're both really free to be together, you know.
write a preface on how we met, so the world would never forget.
The whole film is a dance. The whole film is foreplay. It's all about the people and how they dance around each other in order to hopefully find each other.
Is just to tell them that I love you a lot. When the world discovers that my book ends, how to make two lovers some friends.
This is the story of a princess
No, officer, you're making a big mistake. See, I'm rich.
who's turned into a pauper.
I'm your fairy godmother. The nightmare continues. You have no family, no friends. You're on your own now.
I did not spend 6 years in junior college to be a maid. Size 10, right?
You won't find it on HBO or on Cinemax.
Who in the hell is that?
Beverly D'Angelo, Michael Ontking, Dick Shawn, Tom Skerritt, and Valerie Perrine.
What?
Join Ali Sheedy when she's made to order.
Kidding.
Exclusively on Showtime.
Saturday. Meet Chris Parker. She's got a dull night planned with the Anderson kids.
Mom got Chris to babysit for me.
What could possibly go wrong?
Chris, I'm in trouble. Hang up and sit down. I'll be there in half an hour.
But this is the night
My mom's car!
that things get a little out of hand
Big city scum sucker.
and then go from bad to worse.
Friend is dead.
Adventures in Babysitting.
Chris can handle it.
Sarah's probably hanging from the rafters by now. Sarah, hold on!
You won't see it on HBO or Cinemax. You'll see it exclusively on Showtime.
Saturday.
I've clearly had 3 stages, and that's what it refers to, this being the present one and the third. The first was when I was a child up until I was 16, because I started my first film at 7. Then in my early 20s, because I left at 16 and came back at 20, and I made a number of films that are now classics during my 20s. Stopped working for a few years and then came back in and wasn't successful in getting work up until around 1981, 82. Coincidentally, at that time, I married my wife and started to produce my children. I have two little children. And fortuitously, as a nice coincidence, the opportunities to work have come at the same time, and they're continuing to come.
Come on, are you telling me this thing came in and cleaned up the house?
Eric says his new best friend is out of this world.
They already think you got schizo freaky. Schizo what?
But he insists his new buddy is down to earth. From another planet, that is.
Strange-looking pets in this neighborhood.
Right. Well, I'm gonna prove it to everyone.
But what about those nosy government agents?
I bet they're looking for him.
It's an alien adventure you won't see on HBO or Cinemax.
There he is!
Mac and Me, exclusively on Showtime, Sunday.
The following film has been rated PG by the motion picture industry's rating system. Parents may consider that some of the program content may be unsuitable for children. Parental guidance is therefore suggested.